Let's dive into the Boulder unit in Utah. Let's start off going through draw odds, starting with non-resident. Early archery, you're looking at mid 20s. Again, late archery with very little data. Don't know a ton, but probably looking at those low teens to even have a good, decent chance of drawing this. Muzzleloader, high 20s, very coveted hunt as well. Early rifle, 30 plus. You're gonna have to have max points to even be in the drawing for that. Mid rifle, looking at those mid 20s, and then late rifle, mid 20s as well. For resident, um, those high teens for early archery, you're looking at um, 6 to 7 points for the late archery, just depending on how draw trends go. Looking at mid 20s for the muzzleloader. For the early rifle, high 20s, 27, 28, as that's a very coveted hunt. Mid rifle, those low 20s, high teens at that 19-point break. Late rifle, also another very coveted hunt, that 20-point mark, and then obviously multi-season for the premium tag, you're looking at high 20s. Okay, now let's dive into this. So I believe Boulder is one of those units where it's going to be, it doesn't matter which season you draw, um, it's going to be a good hunt. And so, um, located in southern Utah, just outside of, I can't remember what we call this valley, but you're about an hour from Richfield, um, and then you're probably an hour and a half northeast of St. George here. So looking at the kind of the northwest side of the unit, there is access coming in from all these towns here. This road coming in from Loa is a very good road if you're looking for, um, to get in here with the trailer, etc. Lots of good access roads on this side. Um, a lot of the terrain is, very flat and timbered around here. There are some rolling hills and some steep mountains, but nothing crazy on this side up until you kind of get to the bottom of the unit. Um, Obviously, access to the plateau up top, which, I mean, pretty high. Boulder Mountain, I think you're looking at, oh, it doesn't give me yeah, 11,000 feet there. And then down below, if we look at, let's see if we can get an elevation range here. No. Um, Maybe one of these that are closer to. So yeah, so you're looking at 11,000 right there, and then getting up on top. So it's a climb up that plateau. Um, but lots of good elk habitat on this side. One thing I'll caution though, as you can see with all the green, there's are lots of roads. Obviously, name of the game is looking to avoid ATV roads, stuff like that. But plenty of opportunities to do that. You just have to be able to plan and pick out those spots carefully. Coming around here to the northeast side, Highway 12. Obviously, there's lots of roads to access in here. Again, be on the lookout for some roadless areas that you can hike into, timber cuts, stuff like that. Um, you know, Also depending on kind of which season you draw will determine which areas you hunt, and obviously the elevation difference in the unit is very high. So for some of those later hunts, this southern portion of the unit is very good. Um, Lots of ponderosa pine, um, kind of that Arizona style uh, terrain on the southern portion of the unit that slopes down back into Escalante and Boulder. Um, there is this Box Death Hollow Wilderness, some really cool rock formations, kind of a fun area for, a family to kind of go see all these rock formations. Um, Kind of like a national park, but not really. Um, and then there is access from over here on the other side of Antimony. Um, Nothing real great, but there is access to kind of this lower area, just depending on, kind of that late rifle or late archery hunt. If you're hunting some of these lower elevations, there's some good access points on this side. Um, Last thing I'll call out is, kind of the hunting styles used on the Boulder. Lots of people that are, getting into, some of these. I gotta find something. Some of these meadows, um, waiting for elk to get in, calling, very, very good strategy. It's a little bit more of a heavily densed or heavily timbered unit. And so that makes it tough as it's not like you can be glassing a lot. Um, Still obviously a very traditional elk hunt where elk are bugling, and that makes it a fun hunt. Uh, a lot of people will set up a tree stand over corridors or water in the unit as well. Also a good strategy for this unit. Again, I'm convinced that no matter what tag you have, this is one of the top 3 or 4 units I would say in the state at the moment. And you're going to see bulls, you're going to see lots of bulls, um, and lots of elk in general, lots of wildlife, and it's going to be a great hunt in some great habitat.